You're aware you have a problem. You can't complete ideas. You have a million ideas throughout the day, and they're amazing. They're great ideas. Oh, good job. You had an idea. I'm very impressed. You're very creatively intelligent. You are able to absorb everything in your environment, recognize patterns, and think about solutions. Your brain treats your ideas like they're temporary files. It's temporary storage. It doesn't exist. You haven't built it yet. You haven't fabricated the idea. It's basically a worthless idea. Very little value. The emotions that you feel when thinking about this idea disappears. It dissipates. It dissolves over the course of 3 days. Now, I'm saying 3 days because 3 is a great number. Knowing that, what's a good strategy? What would you do? What would be the solution to actually executing on some of these ideas? This doesn't mean you're supposed to execute on all of them. If you're a creatively intelligent person, which if you've ended up at this video, I'm sure you are, then you have a lot of cool ideas, potentially helpful for yourself and for other people that are worthy of being shared. But not all of them are. Execution takes time, takes focus, takes energy, takes resources, takes intelligence. What's your vetting process for these decisions when it comes to choosing an idea, picking the right one that you're going to execute? Do you have a system built? Is it a mental model that you've constructed within your mind? Is there a best idea? Or should you just take action on the best idea that you have now and then iterate later and improve? There's a few things you can think about when it comes to deciding which idea is the best. First of all, you need to write your shit down. Like, it's cool that you have them in your mind and it's floating around, but at least fabricate it at the first level, which would be to write it down. Do you have a notepad? After you've beaten step 1, congratulations. Step 2 would be asking, do I have the capability to execute on this idea? You might have an idea in a completely different sector or profession than what you've ever had experience in. Now, do you think you're going to be able to execute at the level of someone who's a tenure in that profession? Do you have the resources available, the money to hire someone to help? Maybe it's a relatively novel pattern that you've dissected within reality, and all you needed to do would be hire someone who has a little more insight in the industry. Are you able to bring this idea to life? Level 3, what kind of value is this idea going to bring to the market? What problem is this idea solving? And who else is potentially trying to solve it? Who are your competitors? Who's doing it better than you now? Who's already doing it? Maybe they're doing it and they're doing it okay, but you could improve it. You could make it better, even by 1%. And sometimes you don't even have to have the best idea. You just need to execute it better than the other guy. Could just be a marketing flaw. They don't know their target audience like you do. Step number 4, what does this idea look and feel like for the end user, for the end customer? Unless you're doing charity work, what is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? Step 5, to decide whether you should move forward, share it with others. Pick 5 people in your life who maybe are just in different categories. Maybe you find someone who's in the industry with you. You ask some friends, even though they're going to give biased view, it still is good to ask people who you trust. Ask some random people online, maybe post about it, get some feedback. Even if they wanted to steal your idea, your novel pattern recognition, they're going to have to execute too, which in the current landscape, executing is the hardest part still. We don't have instantly generated idea bots yet. So share it to a community, get some feedback, see if it's worthy. Speak to your target user, get their opinion. All of that can be done within 72 hours. This is a way to rapidly figure out whether or not that idea that you had while you're mowing the grass or at dinner with some people is actually worth executing on. Most of them probably aren't, and that's fine. But you should pick one and start. You should start. Nothing ever happens if you wait. You're going to learn the most, get the most life experience by doing things, whether it's the right thing, whether it's the number one most novel purpose you've ever crafted in your life. Who knows? It might not be the end, final goal, but you got to start somewhere. You got to get those few out of the way, get those scrappy ideas out of the way, pick up the experience. Once you've had the experience, things become easier. You're seeing things with a new lens, and you could really just drop yourself into any landscape and become successful again because you've already beat those levels. It's like an expert level player going back to the beginner level in the game. It's easy. But when you're at the beginner level, things are a little more cloudy.